Today, we're reviewing the drama thriller, The Housemaid. Get ready for incredible plot twists. In a densely populated area of the city, a girl has climbed over a fence and is about to jump down into the street. There are many people there, but no one notices the girl. Finally, the girl jumps and attracts the attention of people and local merchants. Even Unyi Lee and her friend hear about the incident, and she wants to go see, but her friend holds her back. After work, they go home. They stop where the girl fell, and Unyi Lee goes to look at her silhouette. The friends live together and even sleep in the same bed. In the morning, a lady comes to conduct an interview. Her master's house needs a maid, and the lady approves Unyi Lee's candidacy. The lady brings the girl into the house and introduces her to the owner's wife, who is about to give birth to twins. Unyi Lee loves children, so she is not outraged by the future babies in the house, especially since the owner has a young daughter. Unyi Lee has to clean the house, keep things tidy, cook dinner, do laundry, and take care of the baby. She also has to help Hera wash the dishes, massage her stomach, and perform other duties. Is delighted with the child, and she immediately wanted to make friends with her, and the girl didn't mind. But Hoon-go worries her a little bit because he is rich and handsome, but his relationship with his wife hasn't been going well lately. Hoon-go is constantly talking about the upcoming birth and from time to time gets irritated over trifles. The lady who conducted the interview is not particularly happy to serve in this house, but she fulfills her duties with all her might. She have time to taste the expensive house wine or the food on their table. One day, Hoon-go comes home to find Unyi Lee in the bathtub. The girl had been taking care of the house all day and didn't have time to wash the bathroom. She had to do it in front of the owner. When Gong-hoon first saw the girl, he noticed her slender legs. On weekends, the whole family goes to a country house. They take the maids with them. Here, Unyi Lee swims with them, and Hoon-go makes love to his wife. But this process with his pregnant wife does not give him much pleasure. He sees it as a duty. A woman has to satisfy her husband in another way, but this is not enough for him. At night, the unsatisfied husband turns to the maid. He gives her some wine and then touches her body. Unable to stand it, the woman gives in to her master. For her, this man has never been like this before, and she enjoys giving him pleasure. Afterwards, they return to their home as if nothing had happened. Hoon-go continues to leave for the day, helps Hera relax, takes care of the baby, and reads her bedtime stories. After her husband returns home later than usual, Hoon-go congratulates the lady on her son's promotion. He holds a high position and has been appointed a public prosecutor. After he comes home, Hoon-go does not go to bed. He takes some wine and goes to Unyi Lee's room. The girl is lying on the bed without clothes. She was expecting a visit, and so she had prepared herself. He pulls back the covers and offers the girl some wine, and then goes to bed with her. Mrs. Byung-sik's sleep is very sensitive. She goes up to the maid's room to check her suspicions about her and her master. She hears that her suspicions were true. Unyi Lee realizes that the master was happy with her. She is proud of herself and feels like a desirable woman. In the morning, she puts on some light makeup and approaches the owner, who is playing the piano. He calls her over and gives her a check with money as a thank you for the night. Disappointed, Unyi Lee leaves the room. Mrs. Byung-sik sees how angry the maid is and realizes that the girl is not having fun with her master for money, and that she has fallen in love not only with his child, but also with the unborn twins. She gladly massages Hera's belly and is happy when she feels the babies. Mrs. Byung-sik sees this and decides to share her vision with the girl. She hates being a servant, especially now that her son has reached such a high position in society. She also tries to find out if Unyi Lee has a young man. The girl says she is not seeing anyone. Mrs. Byung-sik sees that Unyi Lee is behaving differently. She suspects that she is pregnant. She goes to Hera's mother to break the news. Mrs. Byung-sik doesn't know what to do in such a situation, so she hopes for a woman with experience. At this time, Unyi Lee goes with a friend to visit her mother's grave. She tells her friend about everything that happened to the owner and describes it in detail. At her mother's grave, she says that she will no longer visit her. Hera's mother moved in with her. When Unyi was standing on the stairs, dusting the chandelier, she was distracted by a robot vacuum cleaner, and as a result, Unyi got stuck on the chandelier. She screamed and asked for help, but the women did nothing. Nami was also there, asking her to help the maid, but she told her to stay away from Unyi. The girl lost it, fell from a great height, and was taken to the hospital. Doctors found that her condition was stable, she had minor injuries, but she would survive. Hera's mother told her daughter about her husband's infidelity. She deliberately pushed Unyi to get rid of the maid who was pregnant. She hoped that Unyi would not survive or lose the baby, but nothing happened. Mrs. Byung-sik comes to the hospital to visit Unyi to give her a basket of flowers from her hosts and an envelope with money. She says that in this family, any problems are solved easily because they have a lot of money. She also says that the owners will pay the bills for treatment on their own. At the hospital, Unyi finds out that she is pregnant. Her friend advises her to get rid of the baby, but Unyi has not yet decided. She wants to give birth, but she is afraid that she will not be able to raise the baby on her own. While paying the doctor's bills, Hera's mother finds out that Unyi has been to the gynecologist, so she knows she is pregnant. Now everyone is expecting her to tell the truth, but Unyi just goes home and doesn't say anything. She brings with her the medicine she needs to take every day. The landlady cannot forgive her husband for his infidelity, but she is dependent on him, so she takes out her anger on the maid. She comes to her at night and prepares to hit her on the head, but is stopped by a noise or footsteps. Mrs. Byung-sik wakes up, goes to the room, and waits calmly for her mistress to leave the room. Considering quitting her job, Mrs. Byung-sik advises her to just disappear from this house forever. However, Unyi goes to the owners to talk. She tells them that she wants to quit. The landlady interrogates her and hits her in the face when Unyi starts to apologize. She wants the maid to admit that she was having fun with her husband, but she does not say so directly. Then, Hera's mother offers Unyi $100,000 just to forget about her child and disappear from their lives right now. She is given time to think about it, but the landlady says bluntly that the maid has no choice. She realizes that Unyi will not get rid of the child because she loves children very much. She already has another plan in mind. Nami comes to Unyi to apologize for her grandmother. She tells her that her grandmother had arranged for her to fall from a height. The landlady buys a special medicine and mixes it into Unyi medicine. After she drinks the liquid, she will get rid of the child. Mrs. Byung-sik sees the landlady hiding the bags of liquid with Unyi medicine. Hera begins to have problems, and she goes to the hospital with her mother and daughter to give birth. Hoon-go also arrives there. Only Mrs. Byung-sik and Unyi are left at home. The girl comes to her mentor to tell her that she has decided to keep the baby. She wanted to leave, but the guards wouldn't let her. Then Unyi takes another dose of medicine and goes to lie down in the master bathroom. Hoon-go returns home and sees the girl in the bathroom. He realizes that she is pregnant with his child. Later, Unyi feels sick and starts bleeding. She realizes that she has just lost her baby and is taken to the hospital. Hera's mother orders Unyi belongings to be taken out, and she is not to be allowed in the house again. Mrs. Byung-sik goes to the hospital and tells Unyi about the poison medicine and that she told Hera that she was pregnant. After an outburst of anger, Unyi vows revenge on the family. Only her friend sympathizes with the girl, but she does not calm down. She puts on makeup and goes to the house of her former owners. Mrs. Byung-sik lets her in. The girl immediately goes to the children's room to play with the children, but there she sees Hoon-go taking the children away. The angry owners ask Mrs. Byung-sik why she let Unyi into the house. Mrs. Byung-sik tells them to go away and quits her job. Unyi says goodbye to the child of the owners. She puts a noose around her neck and jumps down. She does not die immediately. Her body is engulfed in fire, and only then does she calm down. After this event, the family continued to live as before. They celebrate their daughter's birthday in nature, but something in them has changed forever after the past events. Thank you for being with us. Subscribe to the channel, like us, and be sure to click on the bell to stay up to date with our new videos.